I believe this chamber is filled with stories, immigrant stories. Those of us that, whether in this immediate generation or a few generations ago, were at one point not part of this society, but we're here today. And we sit in this chamber and we represent our respective districts, diverse districts. And within that story, most of us in this room also have stories of poverty and struggle. We have had to make tough decisions, and our parents have had to do the unthinkable sometimes to provide for us that opportunity that led each and every one of us into this chamber today. I know that's true in my story. I know it's true for many of us. And I know it's a story of the dreamers that are looking to us for the leadership to provide them an opportunity. Now, a lot has been said about this issue, and we did this last year and we did it the year before. And we know that there are economic reasons why this is the right thing to do. Then there is the moral argument about whether or not someone who is not of status, or as some like to call illegals, deserve any kind of support or opportunity. On the economic argument, I can tell you that in 2010, unauthorized immigrants paid $662.4 million in state taxes alone. Is someone in this chamber prepared to take the moral position that because they are illegals, that we should return them that money and not use it for the purpose of providing services in the state of New York? Because if not, you can't say that you're good for one thing and not for another. Is someone in this chamber who believes that it is immoral to do that going to tell the family of Lance Corporal Jose Gutierrez, one of the first casualties of the war in Iraq, who wore an American uniform, who went to battle for this country, who paid the ultimate price and lost his life being an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala? Is anybody going to say he shouldn't have been there, maybe my son or daughter should have been there? The reality is that we have to be honest with ourselves, that this is really the right thing to do, because whatever our views on our immigration, and yes, our federal government continues to fail all of us when they don't act on immigration reform and create a clear path for citizenship for those that deserve it. While we have that debate, the state of New York has an opportunity to do the right thing, has an opportunity, as has been said earlier, to look into the faces of those we have already invested on and provided a high school education, to say we're going to see this through. If you meet the income criteria as well as everyone else, and has been clarified by the sponsor, not taking anything away from anyone else who clarifies, we're simply going to find in our $130+ billion budget a couple of dollars, some millions of dollars, to make sure that we expand that opportunity to others. And those others are our kids. In my district, I've seen valedictorians of my high schools who have been denied an opportunity to pursue their goals because they haven't had the opportunity to get some tuition assistance. Enough is enough. We can't just say that we have built the state and we have built this nation on the backs of immigrants. That cannot be a punchline any longer. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's make the smart investment. Let's do the morally correct thing to do. Let's live up to the message on the Statue of Liberty that welcome other folks from other parts of the world. Let's now look at those faces of those dreamers, some of whom are in this chamber, and let's say that we believe in the potential that they have. Instead of us giving visas to workers, foreign workers who are only going to come, make some money, send it back to their country, maybe go back to, these dreamers know no country but this. They pledge allegiance to this flag. They put on our uniform. They fight in our wars. They defend our way of life. They provide taxes. They pay taxes in the state of New York. They allow us to provide services for every New Yorker, regardless of their status. Let's do the right thing, and I believe that it is about time that every member of the legislature, yes, I'm talking to the other house and to the governor, that we move forward, that we pass this bill, that we do this now, and that we not wait and not lose the intellectual capital that these dreamers have to offer. Let's move the state of New York forward in a fair and progressive way. Stop making those statements as punchlines. Let's do the right thing, and let's pass this bill.